Okay, so the first time that I heard about Miss Minnesota, I was like, I've never heard of this before. So I was super skeptic. And then I remember the night of the event for my send-off party, my mom was she was so nervous for me, and she went into the bathroom behind my back and then asked Gracie, she's like, Gracie, is this real? Is my daughter going to Cancun, or is this just a big fraud to like, are they gonna abduct her and everything? So she was scared, I was scared. And then I remember when I finally landed in Cancun, I was like, I cannot believe this has happened.
That moment was when you really believe it.
It was super surreal. I couldn't understand like how like I got into this, how everything happened. I'm sure you guys can relate, the same thing for you guys. But I remember when I arrived, I was like, I'm just here for a good time. I'm just here for a good time. And then like every single day waking up was like a dream come true. Like meeting new people, being with different beauty queens from all over, and honestly like a new experience, and being on vacation. I was there for the food. I was there for the food.
The buffet in that resort is just amazing. I was like trying to keep my diet on, and I was like, okay, no, today I will not eat too much, and I was like, much enough food. It's hard that part, the food part, because it's so delicious. It's so
like, don't you guys know that we're on a diet here?
And most girls were going one or twice. I'm like, nope, I have to go again. This is a paid for vacation, okay?
I remember I got ice cream when I was there, and of course it's like 100 degrees, and the ice cream is just melting off the thing, and I'm like, this is not very graceful. Here I come.
Just slurp it up.
It's just an amazing experience, I think. And in my case, because I know all your experience, I follow all what you did over there, first runner-up and everything. For me, it was just not too skeptical, because I already know Miss Minnesota Latina is a big organization and it's making good stuff over here. And I have the dream to not rolling. I see like I have the dream to go and travel and do that. Yeah. So when I was crowned Miss Minnesota Latina, in my mind it's like, I'm going to Mexico.
Now, what I want to know is, we went to Cancun, but how was Dominican Republic?
Dominican Republic.
We didn't get to go.
I had never been outside of our continent, so it's to be in the Caribbean and just seeing those amazing colors. As I got there on the airplane, I was like, I have never seen that blue in my life. It was so amazing.
The ocean.
The ocean was just beautiful, and I just couldn't believe that I was there. Like, I got off the plane and I was like, this is it. I'm really here. So to me, it was also a dream come true, like it was for you guys.
Yeah, it is about have fun, you know?
Yeah.
It is about going there. It was more than 60 women for all around the places, because the total pageant is 2 weeks in exotic places, Mexico and Dominican Republic. So it's 2 weeks, sharing history, sharing culture with more than 60 women for all around the world. That for me was like, oh my God, this is just amazing experience. It's just amazing.
Yeah, and you know what I like? I like that you go with like a purpose, because you're not there just to like lay in the sun and get tan. I mean, that's awesome. We're born tan. But it's
you
the
actually
fact
don't have
that
time for that.
you don't have time for that. I think I touched the water once.
Me too, for the photo shoot. Because it's an amazing photo shoot over there in the water. It's the only time you touch the water.
But I think they do that on purpose though. They deprive us of water, so when we get into the water and they take the photos, we're like, yeah. Like super happy.
Super excited. How about me there in the beach finally?
Yeah. No, I think it was nice, because it was like, when I got off the plane, I wasn't just like, it was like, I'm here to win. Like, I'm gonna represent, like I'm the first one. I'm gonna do it. And so I think it's a sense of accomplishment too, and you come revived. Like, even when I came back, I remember that my friend picked me up at the airport, and he was just like, you look really, really fresh. You look like you just got injected life into you. Like, it's nice, because you come back like feeling accomplished, no matter where you place. I just feel like it's all like you went to serve a purpose, and it was part of your life. And it's an amazing experience that we can all look back on now and be like, oh, Addie, you know, when I was your age, I went to Miss Minnesota and Cancun, and it's a nice story for people to tell too.
Yeah. These are overwhelming stories over there. I remember when they take out in a bus for me, the mayor, in Tulum, I was like, and it was police escort in front, in the back. I was like, really? This is happening?
Like, I'm the queen. I'm the queen.
I'm like, I feel the experience right now. I feel the experience.
And it was so
much.
It was so
much
great
is going
to
on.
see all the girls that were there. And even though we're all from the States, we all have different cultures in the place that we're from. So just to hear and make friends on all over the country is amazing to hear what, I mean, some of them had never heard of the snow. So when we were on the beach, I was like, you guys, I go back to snow. You do realize that, right? So I'm gonna stay at the beach for another day because we had the option to go to the beach or the pool. I'm like, nope, I'm going to the beach because when I go home, I'm going to snow.
Yeah, that's true. That's how
And so we're like, what? Like, tell us more about the snow. And I'm like, it's amazing until you drive on it.
Yes.
And it's great to hear all the stories.
Yeah, and Minnesota has not, like, it hasn't been there before, so being the first year, I didn't know what to expect. I mean, I heard that it was like in República Dominicana before, and then Cancun and vice versa, but I was really happy that it was in Cancun. I mean, I'm happy it happened anyways, but when I arrived, like, it's so crazy, like, how, I just lost my train of thought, totally, but, alright,
Get that part out.
So much.
Okay,
So much stories, so
Yeah.
much stories. I can't wait to see the next person that will go there
Oh, I
and
know.
enjoy all that amazing experience.
follow them.
That for sure will change the life of that moment.
Yeah,
For
it's
And
sure.
it's nice because now I can sit here and be like, all of you, like, people can hear about it, but nobody can understand you unless you've been there. And that's so cool because that's something that we'll always have together. Like, it's something like a sisterhood.
And you know what? This year will be teenager nationals.
I
So
know.
the first year,
They're gonna
now
suffer
it's
with
like
us.
two sisters going
I know,
there.
I love it.
I love that. I love that too. Like going there with your sister, I make a big connection with my teenagers. So going there with your sister pageant, that will be excited for that two girls. That will be amazing.
Do you
think
guys
it's-
remember the first time you stepped into the stage?
Oh
What
my
was that
goodness.
moment like for you?
Okay, let me tell you, you guys had a better experience as far as like going on, like having escorts and going to the beach and stuff like that. We actually had all of our trips canceled because we had to practice so much. So I remember getting there, and by the time I was actually on stage, I'm like, oh, I've done this a million times, let's just do it. Like, I wasn't even nervous until they called my name for one of the 10 finalists. Oh my God. I'm like, oh my God, what?
It's already happened.
Like, if you see the video, I'm just standing there, I'm just like, what? Like, I literally thought that I had already won. It was the coolest ever when they called my name, but my friend's like, oh, you called your name? I'm like, oh, okay.
It's your moment. Just
It's
keep going, keep going.
Yep.
How about you, Bunny?
Wow. For me, it was also like a surprise, and I was like so excited because it's just so much gorgeous ladies over there. So I was like, we'll be tough to make it to whatever position. So I'm just glad to be here between all these beautiful women and live the experience. And thanks God, when they called my name, I was like also like, oh my God, I'm making it here. So I was just like surprised. I was so nervous in the hall, in the stage question. Basically, I answered in English. My English is not too good.
It's not very good.
No, para nada. So for me, it was like, I was so nervous. So I answered in English. But everyone understands. So I was like, oh my God, that was overwhelming.
Well, with your energy, it doesn't matter what you answer, it's gonna sound great anyway.
That was just amazing. What about you? Tell us about your experience in this
I
stage.
remember me in Texas, which she was the other one that was gonna come out with me on stage, and we were facing each other, and we just looked at each other and we're like, okay, this is it. We've been practicing for days, so we were like, oh my God, this is it. And we looked at each other, when the music started, we both went like, let's go. And then we just, this sense of, let's do this. It's just,
I think it's like nervousness to the point where like I have to like my hands are shaking, my legs are shaking. But as soon as you take your first step into the stage, it's like
Everything
it's
goes.
done.
it's
Yeah.
done. It's done. You stand no chance.
Yeah.
And the dancing part with Chichi, is her name. And the dancing part is like, she always used like, and my one was only Sierra. It was like, oh,
I had that song stuck in my head for days.
Me too.
I think it's the fact that like you're not even like nervous anymore. Like you're just having a good time. You're just like, this is what I came for. This is it.
Yeah. Just give it your all
Yeah.
and let it be.
And I remember too, like when I came out for the final question, it was like the top 5 final question. When I came down, I'm like, please don't trip, please don't trip. And I tripped. I totally stepped on my dress. It was
Like
so
that
bad. It was, and nobody knew, but I was wearing like shoes like this big, and the dress was still too long. And I'm like trying to walk, and I step and I'm like, I just freeze, and everybody starts laughing. I'm like, oh my god.
It's just so much experience. I think that I am excited about what the next girl will be and what the next girl is ready for live that experience there. For sure, we change the life. We change the life of that girl.
So girls, go ahead, come on, sign up. It's a life-changing experience, and we can't wait for you to be able to experience it as well.
When you win, we'll probably be more excited. Than you.
And we'll be there for you.
And then you can share your stories with us.